Hi, Peter Stoll, clarinetist in Toronto, Canada here. Now we're going to look at vibrato on the clarinet and the bass clarinet. So vibrato, which is simply a pulsation in the column of air and sound of the instrument, is something that didn't catch on with the clarinet at all as quickly as every other woodwind, like everything, even recorder. You always hear professional players using that. Saxophones do it, bassoon, oboe, flute. I mean, it's a standard part of the playing. But in the 1950s, there was a prominent New York orchestral clarinetist who said nobody playing vibrato on the clarinet would ever get work here. So there are still, I've seen newspaper articles about, is this okay? And it has really become much more accepted. So certainly in standard playing for, say, Brahms sonata, I might use a little bit of vibrato. We prefer it pretty gentle, pretty subtle. That was already a little bit much. I do it with the jaw, which is the standard way. Some people do it with the diaphragm, which might give you a little bit of a finer sound, but I like the jaw because it gives me control over it. So what do you do? Do you need to tell me to use vibrato? Possibly. I've seen composers say, please, unless it says non-vib over a note, play with vibrato throughout, or only play with vibrato when it says VIB dot, period above a note. But there's another interesting use of it, which is, I'm just going to flip over here to a paint program, where if you have a note, you could actually use variable speed vibrato. And so you might write something like this. I'm sorry, you would do better than me with my two hands on a touchpad, but you get the idea. So if I had that over a note, I would interpret it as, possibly with that crescendo, but I could do it without. That's about the limit, though. Probably would work better with to add some kind of dynamic change to match this change in amplitude in the speed or the amplitude of the vibrato. Real old-time vibrato, the pitch itself would move. Most of us really don't like to play like that, but you could ask for it if you wanted. That's more for jazz, klezmer, other world styles of music and clarinet playing, but that's a possibility as well. And so, it's something that, more players, especially in the contemporary realm on clarinet, might be tempted to use. Oh, I should show that it's just as possible all over the range on the bass clarinet. Really no notes, you get a little bit more of you can hear it's actually cutting into the sound a little bit, which you might like. I could try to mellow that out. But you tend to hear a little bit more zing when I reach the top of the amplitude. You can also get more breath. You can tell people to combine this with a breath sound. So and you might use an X-shaped note head for that, or just put a little instruction, breath plus vibrato. So just a few ideas there, but it's a nice expressive effect. There's a little bit more to it than just do you use it or not. So that's why I wanted to do a module on it, and hope that helps.